Hello, I'm Chris McLeod, Vice President, Global Marketing and Communications with Edmonton Global. Welcome to this special conversation with Joe Jose, Executive Vice President and Country Head, HCL Technologies, and Doug Schweitzer, Minister of Jobs, Economy, and Innovation with the province of Alberta. Thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here.
Wonderful. And before we get started, I'd like to ensure that our viewers have a good understanding of HCL Technologies. HCL is a global technology company with more than 11 billion in consolidated revenue per year. The company employs more than 197,000 people worldwide and offers services and products in these areas: IT and business services, engineering and R&D, and products and platforms. HCL is one of the world's largest and fastest growing tech companies. And today, HCL is announcing a new investment in the Edmonton region. Their new innovation center will be focused on HCL's engineering and R&D services. And this is another significant win for the Edmonton region's tech sector and a great example of the investments and jobs coming to the province of Alberta in tech. So Joe, wonderful news. Why is Edmonton such an attractive location for HCL?
Now, before I get into that, I just want to say that as of today, actually, we received the citation for one of the best employers in Canada. So I'm very proud.
Wonderful.
That's certainly a good way to start. But coming back to your question, Edmonton represents a unique opportunity in technology ecosystem and infrastructure, as well as availability of young and educated workforce. Edmonton's well-educated workforce is a key part of the ecosystem for tech companies to launch, grow, thrive as they develop new opportunities in data management, fintech, health and life sciences, and AI solutions, as well as green solutions to environmental and social governance challenges in the sector. As per CBR's Tech Talent report recently, Edmonton ranks in top 50 cities in North America for ability to attract and grow talent in the technology sector. In fact, it has the fastest growing tech ecosystems of any of the 50 North American cities. In addition, Edmonton's startup ecosystem has a fair mix of Fortune 500 companies, which makes it an ideal strategic location for companies. The Edmonton region is the leading growth region and an evolution of new and emerging industries. As one of three national hubs of Canadian AI strategy, the Edmonton metropolitan region represents phenomenal strength in the research and the application of artificial intelligence tools. It is because of these reasons we have planned to open our next generation innovation center in Edmonton.
That's really wonderful, Joe. Thanks so much. And it's great that the incredible progress that's happening, here in Edmonton and really across Alberta is being recognized, by major corporations in tech around the world, like HCL. Minister Schweitzer, the tech sector in Alberta and in Edmonton in particular is absolutely booming. Why do you think Edmonton is such a great fit for HCL Technologies to set up their new innovation center?
Well, I think this goes down to a whole bunch of different factors, but I think Joe mentioned it, it's talent. The University of Alberta is one of the top AI schools in the country, internationally recognized. We also have the AMI initiative for machine intelligence, as well as artificial intelligence growth. This is a big investment of the government, but as well as just the entrepreneurial spirit of the region. And you're starting to see, as you guys already mentioned, the fact that Edmonton's now in the top 50 and growing rapidly. I wouldn't be shocked to see it break into the top 40 next year, top 30 the year after that. The exponential growth in the tech sector in Alberta is amazing. Not only is it homegrown companies here in our province, but also national and international companies like HCL are recognizing that they want to be in Alberta. We've got amazing companies for them to have as customers. So there's lots of reasons for the tech sector to be growing, but it's amazing to see the momentum in this space, particularly in the last few years.
I just absolutely love your energy around that, Minister Schweitzer, and you're right. It's an exciting time to be here in Alberta and here in the Edmonton region. Joe, can you speak a bit more broadly about HCL's plans for Edmonton and the region, and maybe give a bit of a hint of what's coming?
Yeah, sure. So HCL's Innovation Center will serve as a hub for HCL engineering teams to co-innovate with customers and solve complex business problems. The Edmonton Innovation Center will be a state-of-art center from where we'll be providing our engineering and research and development services to customers across Canada. Within the center, HCL will also have a ERS, engineering lab as we call it, for conceptualizing innovating solutions for most complex business problems. HCL is, as part of its New Vistas model as we call it, we work closely with academic institutions and Indian universities to create programs which enable students graduating out from our partner institutions to be able to join HCL's workforce while studying. And that's a very innovative model.
Yeah, that's great. And again, really appreciate the work that you're doing around, integrating with our universities and colleges, and really making strong pathways from academics into the working world. So great to hear. Minister Schweitzer, and again, we both have talked about the CBRE report that called Edmonton the fastest growing tech hub in North America. And we're certainly seeing strong signs, like this investment from HCL, that this is continuing, beyond 2021. What's the potential to grow this important tech sector, here in Edmonton and in Alberta as a whole?
Well, when you take a look at the impacts that technology has on every single industry, so from energy to agriculture, life sciences, health sector, every single industry is making significant investments into artificial intelligence, machine learning, different new cutting edge approaches to make sure that we provide the best possible service in the most efficient way imaginable, and also solving problems that we could never solve before by taking data and looking at it differently. So I think that's one of the reasons why you're seeing this growth in Alberta. It's a worldwide growth in tech and innovation space, but Alberta historically was kind of known as that energy hub, and Edmonton in particular was known as that energy hub. But you're starting to see the entrepreneurial mindset of Albertans look at other opportunities. And we've had these leading institutions for a long time. Some of that talent used to leave Alberta, but now there's more and more job opportunities that are here. You've got the innovative startup companies. Now we're seeing major international companies like HCL Technologies come to our province. So it's amazing to see, and it's an exciting time to be in this space. And I think when you take a look as well, that Alberta for the last 5 years is trying to figure out what does the path forward look like. And Alberta has found that path forward. And a big part of it is leading to diversification through our tech sector.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. And maybe I'll just kind of build off that. Alberta recently announced a program to make it easier for companies to attract tech talent from all over the world. And as someone who works in this field, it's fantastic news, and it's really going to help accelerate what's happening here. Investments in tech, I think, as you both said, are really now driven by talent. We've got a ton of it here, with this new program. We've got more coming, and I wonder if you can both kind of speak briefly about the role of talent, growing it, attracting it, and how that really fuels the tech sector. Joe, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So I personally believe that the province, it's very exciting times for us as an organization when provinces come up with innovative ecosystems to make it easier for companies like ours to invest and grow in the region. Certainly for us, like I said earlier, talent is of prime importance. So we are working with academic institutions across Alberta and to create that factory model for us to create the talent rather than go search for talent. So we are in the process of creating that ecosystem, and partnerships with provinces of utmost importance.
Well, and on this talent front, when you take a look at, what does Alberta always offer to the world? We have an amazing quality of life, affordable cost of living, high-paying jobs, and just that ability to raise your family and have an amazing way of life. So that's kind of in the historical matrix of Alberta. And we're starting to see, from a while there, we weren't attracting as many people into Alberta as we could. Now we're starting to see that migration come into Alberta. Starting in about the middle of last year, you saw that migration pattern of people coming back into Alberta from within Canada. So not only do you want to keep talent and develop talent locally for our Albertans that are born and raised, but we also want to bring talent from across Canada here, plus international talent. So just recently, we streamlined the process for immigrants that have a technology background to come into Alberta. And the reason why we did that is that it's a global race for talent, period. Full stop, global race for talent. So we want to make sure it's as streamlined as possible to bring that talent into Alberta to help companies grow and thrive right here at home.
Wonderful. Okay, again, thanks to both of you for joining this conversation. Joe, honest, like a big, sincere congratulations to HCL on this major announcement. And on behalf of the Edmonton Metropolitan Region, welcome to our community. We're thrilled that you're here and look forward to a really long and rewarding relationship. So again, thanks so much, Joe. Thanks, Minister Schweitzer. Great that both of you can join us. And again, look forward to having more events with HCL.
Thank you. Thank you for Edmonton. Thank you for the support that we've got from Edmonton Global. And thank you, Minister Schweitzer, for welcoming us into the region.
Our pleasure, and big success to the team there at HCL. Thank you so much, and thanks for making Alberta your choice.
Okay. Thanks again, everyone. Enjoy your day.
Amazing.